What is the minimum yearly income to be your future husband, starting with you? What you wrote on here.
I don't even remember. Probably like 400K.
That's not what you wrote on here.
I don't remember what I wrote.
How do you not remember?
I don't remember.
Do you smoke weed?
No.
All right, this girl, you're 19.
Everyone here.
19 and
Asking
you gotta,
everyone
you gotta
here.
get your memory checked.
Except
You might
the
have
ones
early
that
onset
knows this.
Alzheimer's.
Shh.
Bro. Oh, man. Whoever's talking, like, y'all don't need to do the sidebar conversations. Oh, my God, that was so funny. What? Just shut the fuck up. Kindly, please. Like, we told you before the show multiple times. I've had to tell you guys multiple times. Please do not talk out of turn. Damn, bro. You wrote 1 million.
Okay. 400K to 1 million. I guess that's a good range.
But so 400,000 is the minimum for you.
Sure.
Okay, why don't you say 1 million because that's what you wrote here.
Okay, 1 million.
What about you?
At least 1 mil.
At least 1 million. What about you?
I wrote 50K.
Nothing.
So you-
None.
Okay. How much does your husband make?
Like 80,000 a year now.
Okay. What about you?
I think I wrote 80K.
How much do you make as a bartender?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know how much you make?
If I kept track of my cash tips, I
All right,
could.
next.
I don't know.
I
I
mean,
don't have a preference as long as I see that there's effort and he's not just slouching around.
I'm sorry. You talk a bit low and you kind of... Can you try to enunciate?
Okay, I said as long as there's effort to him making some sort of money, I don't have a preference, not just him slouching around, you know?
So you date a guy who works at McDonald's?
Okay, I'm not going to judge him for it.
Okay, next.
I specifically wrote IDC.
You're too
I don't
far.
care.
Yo, you're...
Sorry, I just thought I was loud.
Okay. So I've been super patient here. This is your yellow card. If I give you a red card, I'm going to kick you out. So you have a yellow card. If I have to give you one more correction on something, I'm just going to kick you out. I've been super patient. You got to talk close to the microphone. You can't be like having sidebar conversations. Please simply make the correction from here on out. I've told you multiple times. Speak into the microphone. Go ahead with your answer.
I specifically wrote IDC. I don't care.
Okay, so you'll date a guy who works at McDonald's then.
That's fine with me.
All right, next.
120,000.
What about you?
I put 70, but I don't, for a future husband, I don't care.
All right. Here, we have a chat here from Clayton. Chair 3 is a mini Desiree. Both have inflated sense of self, and convoluted ideology. Not a single part of what she said is real. All the military guys watching will still go balls deep. Okay, what the fuck? How much? That's okay.
I don't know who Desiree is, and you can think what you want, but my reality is my reality.
All right. Okay, so you want 1 million, you want 1 million. Probably the highest numbers. Yeah, those are the highest numbers at the table. Tell me, why do you think you deserve a guy who makes $1 million a year?
Can I get a Birkin a month?
But you still want to work?
Huh?
You still
So-
want to work?
Yes.
Even though he's making $1 million a year.
I still would. I don't know. Like, obviously, yes, you are right. I should be able to trust my future husband enough to not think about divorce. However, you do have to take into accountability that things do happen regardless. Those things do happen. You never know.
And?
So I still would work.
Period, poo.
Even though he's making $1 million a year and you're protected
Okay,
in the
what
divorce
if-
court.
here.
Still would.
Let me frame it like this. As a condition of getting with the guy who makes $1 million, he says, I'm not going to date you if you're going to continue. You want to get 1 year after our youngest is born? You want to get back to work? That's unacceptable.
I'm going to admit, I did not fully think that answer through because I do not know how much time the mother is supposed to be with the child before sending them off to preschool or daycare or whatever. I did not know how to answer that question. So maybe
Who
slightly
said
longer.
that you're sending them to daycare or preschool? What if your husband wants you to homeschool the kids? That's your job.
I wouldn't want to I would do
You
preschool.
don't want, huh?
I would do preschool, maybe not daycare.
Why
or
not
preschool.
homeschool? If as a condition, let me
personally
ask you
wouldn't.
this. You do TikToks, like you
Yeah.
dance or something on TikTok
Whatever.
I don't know. For the perfect man, would you give up social media?
Perfect in my eyes, yeah.
Yeah, perfect in your eyes. Okay. For the perfect man, would
Like I
you...
can trust him and I'm going to be with him for the rest of my life. Yes.
Right, for the perfect man. How about not quite perfect, but like 80% of what you want?
I mean, it's really difficult because for perfect, yes, but obviously no one is perfect. It would just depend on how much I cared and if, obviously, if I'm married.
Well, how about this?
I
For
would
the
care.
perfect man, one of the conditions of getting the perfect man, you cannot work at all. And your sole thing is taking care of the kids. Bro, it's crazy the feminist propaganda. Even when presented with the perfect man, it's not an instantaneous, of course. How is it not instant? I've got to think about, I want to make stupid TikTok videos for validation. What?
It's not for validation. It's so I
It's
have
for
something.
what?
It's so
What's it
I have
for?
something to fall back on because this was the
But it's the perfect man. So from the perfect man is like,
okay, perfect man, sure.
okay, perfect man, sure. No TikTok. You don't get to do TikTok.
That's fine.
No social media. You have to delete your Instagram and you have to homeschool the kids.
That's fine. For daycare, I guess.
So you gotta be the perfect man to get basically what like women would jump at the opportunity for 50 years ago, 70 years ago. Okay. Interesting. What about, let's change it up. Not the perfect man, but he makes $2 million a year. He's good looking. He's your type pretty much exactly. Good personality. But you don't have like the guarantees of the perfect man. So the perfect man would be like, he's going to stay with you forever. Like, you know that definitively if he's the perfect guy. Like, he's perfectly loyal. This is just like more realistic, idealistic man. So like in a realistic scenario, you can end up with like a really great guy, but maybe he does leave you.
I don't
or
know. I
could
just
leave
want
you.
to have something to fall back on, like just in case that does happen.
But
I have such a great argument for this, but I forgot it. Go ahead.
you have something to fall back on. You have, like, if you're married and you get married, like he was saying, you are going to be entitled to some kind of alimony, especially if he's making this much money, child support, whatever it may be. You have something to fall back on. Like, we're kind of stuck in this trick where, like, it's like, oh, you can only be provided for, you could only protect yourself when you have a job and when you go to school and when you spend all this money on school. But at the end of the day, being married is a greater investment only for a woman, really, but it's really the greatest protection because you have this good man, and at any point of your choosing, you can say, I'm filing a divorce, file a divorce, and still take half of his income every single month. And like, that's more protection than anything else. And now you can go and get a job and live your life or travel or do whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. It's like something to fall back on. You have your husband to fall back on no matter what.
Okay, yes, taking that into consideration, I would have to say I agree with you.
You've also been sold the lie that you are not doing anything with your life or you're not successful unless you have a career. Being a mom, being a wife is a successful life. That can be your life mission. But most of these feminists have been sold this idea that you are less of a woman if you do not have a career and you don't have that independence. They're trying to make women live in a man's world, and that's not the way it is. If you were just a wife and a mom, that's all you need to accomplish in life. You don't need to make your own money. You don't need to make any of that. Being a wife and a mom is enough.
But if all you are is just a mom and you don't have a job, all of a sudden you're a governmental burden.
No, not
You have a
necessarily.
How are
husband-
you
you
paying
have
to
a
raise?
hus-
No, I'm saying if you don't have the husband anymore.
But we're talking about a scenario where you do have the husband.
I'm just saying based on what she was saying.
Okay, I don't know. What if you have both you're like a double amputee? Okay. So anyways, back to this.